All right, they start off the day down about 4%. They rallied by day's end, and a lot of people are thinking the worst is over for Saudi Arabia on this whole issue regarding this Washington Post journalist and whether he disappeared or was killed with any connections to the Royal Kingdom. Leaving that aside, the two things you watch are defense stocks reactions. They're much more favorable today, certainly, than yesterday. And you take a look right now at oil, which, again, is stable, much more so than yesterday. So where are we going with all of this? To Solution Funds Group CIO Larry Shover. Larry, what do you think?
Really good to see the impact. Obviously, oil is the #1 thing everybody looks at. Saudi Arabia exports 7 million barrels a day. We consume 19 million barrels a day and only produce 9. So we need that oil, and it could be catastrophic. But beyond that, you look at, Saudi Arabia has been the angel investor to the world with the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund, and unheard of investments in like Uber, $3.5 billion, Tesla, $1 billion. $2 billion there. And also even Virgin Galactic, $1 billion, not to mention a $45 billion commitment to Softbank Vision. So, just creating business, direct foreign investment, any kind of tension that really goes the next step's really going to hurt that. And we also have to remember defense spending. Saudi Arabia is the second largest importer of arms. 61% of that goes to the United States.
You're right. None of that has been really felt today. As if the market seem to be saying it's not going to be an issue. Others have said if it becomes one, this becomes a bigger issue for us than China. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. They're a major player. The implications are far-reaching, and it's part of the reason the market has been so fragile. I think the market right now is saying it looks like everything's good. The coast is clear for now, so rally we go.
How are you looking at this market? I know it wasn't even a week ago when the sell-off ensued here. Of course, we remember how Wednesday and Thursday and attempt at turning things around on Friday went. But what is your sense of what's real, what's happening now, or what happened a couple of days last week?
I think both are true, but more to the latter, like what's happening right now. I think it shook out a lot of long-short equity, a lot of hedge funds, CTA investing, got that all out of the way. And right now, the average institutional and retail investor is going to wait a week or two into earnings season to see if the quality of the earnings are good going forward. Because right now, the value proposition of $178 a share for next year, that's pretty compelling. That's 15.5, 16 times earnings. That's pretty decent given where we've been for the past 5 to 10 years.
Real quick on Saudi Arabia, if the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman remains in power and remains the titular leader, I know the King Salman is the formal leader, but if the Crown Prince is the guy who's running the show. Now, if he is still in that job, would you be nervous about the markets and certainly Saudi Arabia?
No, not personally. I think, MBS, as he's known,
such a ridiculous thing. Everything like calling someone like their Mercedes car, for God's sake. Go ahead.
I know. He's committed to a direct foreign investment as opposed to just government spending, making social reforms. I think that's a good positive for the market, at least from my view, what I've seen so far.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. Larry Shover, Charlie Gasparino back with us on that.